You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. It's a Monday. Dan, welcome back. Thanks for joining us.
Mr. and Mrs. Small, how are you? How's your weekend?
Fantastic.
What's it now? All that and a side of fries, huh? Hey, this is a big day. I don't know if it's designated driver big, but it's National Waffle Day.
Oh, hey.
Just want to throw that out there. And I think the origins of Waffle Day are fascinating because Waffle Day did not originate in the United States of America.
Where did it come from?
It began in Sweden, John.
No kidding.
Really?
Sweden, known as Waffeldagen.
Waffeldagen?
Yes,
Nice.
they have a different word for everything in Sweden. And they do it to mark the beginning of spring.
Really?
And is celebrated, and this is exactly how it was written in the information I punched up. I love this so much. The beginning of spring, and is celebrated in Sweden by the eating of many waffles.
I love it.
Nice.
I celebrate that year round.
Those Swedes are
You
party
know, I
animals.
haven't had waffles for, I
You know-
can't even tell you how long.
If you were going to guess where Waffle Day started, where would you have guessed? I would not have guessed Sweden. What would you have guessed, Heidi?
Germany.
What? How about you, Dan?
I would have guessed Belgium. 'Cause
There you go. That
I
makes
would've.
sense. Belgium waffles. Why Germany, Heidi?
It's the same place they make those giant
It
horses.
sounds like an angry word. Waffle.
Yeah, that's a good point. The German language, it's so beautiful. It's so melodious.
It is
and romantic.
Very romantic
Did you
one.
hear Hitler saying, would you like some waffles?
I don't
Screaming it at his people.
Is that how he talks?
I think it was. I've seen many documentaries, John.
Wow. We go from Waffle Day to this.
Apparently.
And it didn't take much time at
No.
all.
Apparently you watch the History Channel. Hey,
it.
have you ever noticed how many times he's on that channel?
Well, yeah, and he's always saying the same stuff. And
He
All
sounds
Hitler, all
just
the
like
time.
Heidi, apparently. So
I stopped
amazing.
watching. It's just like the movie Titanic. I know how it ends, man.
Yeah, you know where it's going.
where it's
Coming
going.
up, we've got manly men doing manly things. That's on the way. Some entertainment news and some other fun stuff. It's all happening on this Monday edition of the John and Heidi Show.
Is your credit card a good fit for you? How did you even get the card you have now? Was it mailed to you? Those are usually the worst cards. They typically have higher fees and rates. Someone has to pay all that postage to mail out millions of cards every day. If you like a better credit card, check out the website bettercreditcards.net. This is a great place to find the cards that are usually a better fit for you. bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Sunny 93.3. Time now for manly men doing manly things in a manly fashion.
Manly men are we.
Tripping across this was kind of fun because it brought back childhood memories of mine. We used to on occasional Sundays during the season, Minneapolis, my dad would drive me and my older brother Oogie out to the woods, and we just assumed it was to kill us.
Did he leave you there? And
No, but we went mushroom hunting.
Oh, yeah, my parents
Mushroom
still
hunting.
go
Yeah.
mushroom hunting
Yeah,
all the
we got
time.
to whip out our little pocket knives and this and that, but my
Yeah.
dad was, you don't want that one, you don't want that one. I was like, well, why not? Well, those are poisonous.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And so you had to be careful with it. And so today's Manly Man tip is being able to identify poisonous and edible plants for
Really?
that time when your dad brings you out to the woods and then just leaves.
Here's the funniest
do
thing.
that.
My parents they spent like 3 days traipsing all through the woods, all over the place, going mushroom hunting.
It's a blast.
And didn't find anything. And then they came to our house.
And we had 'em in
when
the
we
front
lived
yard.
in Dakota Dunes, and our yard was covered in them.
It was
and she's
littered.
like, are you kidding me?
I was
Oh,
running.
God. She's like, you'll never guess what's in Heidi's yard.
I was
She's
running him
just
over
digging
with the
all out.
lawnmower, and I had no idea.
You didn't care.
She's like,
You didn't care.
These are
Yeah,
really
she
good.
took
I'm like,
several bags of mushrooms home. She
have
was
as
so
many as you want.
excited.
If you want to go hunting in the backyard, those are not Tootsie Rolls. We have 2 small dogs. Just want you to know.
Yeah, so punch it up, hitting the woods and finding edible plants, berries, that kind of thing. But you better know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
be
for
careful out
sure.
there.
Absolutely. So there is your manly man doing manly things in a manly fashion.
Thanks for listening
Tip of the day.
to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Do you have a pretty good sense of humor? You might like this. Early in the morning each day and every day, we share something weird to make people laugh at weirdgiftoftheday.com. You don't need to sign up for anything. You don't even need to spend a penny. Just follow the page on Facebook and get a smile to start each day when we share the weird gift of the day. Not on Facebook? That's okay. You can see the weird gifts on our website too. weirdgiftoftheday.com. That's weirdgiftoftheday.com. Sunny93.3.com.
Sunny 93.3, thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. Time now for Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One.
I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's amazing to me. And, I mention on occasion just to kind of draw a parallel here. I was born and raised in the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've watched, I've basically not really lived there for about 40 years at this point. I've lived around the Midwest. I was down in Houston for a year or so. But the way South Dakota runs as opposed to Minnesota,
it's different.
It's like two different universes.
Oh, yeah.
And just trying to wrap my head around the new hippie governor of Minnesota, Waltz, or whatever his name is, doing this
would never happen.
A gajillion years. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, who I kind of sort of had coffee with once. I think I've brought that up multiple times.
You have.
We were in the same room.
She sent me an email and said that's all wrong.
But we were both wearing black, which was cool. Kristi, it's been signed, sealed, and delivered a bill allowing firearms to be carried in the state capitol.
Isn't that wonderful?
Here.
But when you think about it, how crazy is that? You can walk into our Capitol building now carrying a gun.
Actually,
with the right permits.
With the right permits, and you actually have to notify enforcement and security within 24 hours that you're coming and you're packing.
I remember when I was a kid going into the courthouse in my hometown. My dad walked in there with a gun. I walked in with him. He was going in to show. He used to be a policeman, so this is far, far, far after he was a policeman. But he was going in to show one of the guys that he worked with this new gun that he got. And we walk into the courthouse with a rifle, and nobody said anything.
Nope.
Like, nobody stopped us. And I was...
It was a different time.
As I was walking in with him, I was thinking, this looks really bizarre. It looks like he's, upset about something. We're walking into the courthouse in Minnehaha County. Or not Minnehaha County, Beetle County.
Did they tackle him?
No, nobody cared. He just walked over and was talking to showing him the thing.
That was the end of the story?
Oh, once again, I don't have an ending for the story, other than...
See, I wasn't going to say it, but thank you, Heidi, for pointing that out. Beginning, middle, end, John.
Okay, the ending was then they tackled my dad.
Find a Sharpie and write it on your palm.
Then they tased him.
Middle, end.
Now, see, that would have been an interesting
Tasers
story.
didn't exist yet.
But here's the thing. There's no big outcry protest about this. But there probably will be about this, because with the same swipe of the pen on a little different piece of legislation here, Governor Kristi, who I almost had coffee with, sort of, also has signed a bill requiring public schools to prominently display, quote, "In God We Trust."
Nice.
Starting with the next school year.
Well,
no protest from me.
I think I do trust in God, so I don't disagree with that.
Okay, good. Okay, John, you're just going to keep it at that, or
yeah?
Okay,
I know there are going to be some
about when you were in kindergarten.
He's beginning. He's got the beginning.
So, when I was in kindergarten.
No, Governor Noem, if you're listening, that was me wearing black, having coffee across the room.
And it wasn't me.
I know, it's crazy.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour. His name is Dan Farris. Her name is Heidi. I'm just going to leave.
If drug and alcohol problems are hitting you too close to home, you can get help. It's time for rehab. Your insurance may even cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. Get help for a drug or alcohol problem within 24 hours. Call now to learn more at 1-800-290-0759. That's 1-800-290-0759. Or get more information at timeforrehab.com.
Sunny 93.3, time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
The celebrities are fabulous. And that's my beat, man. My finger's on the pulse of everything celebrity. I've just come out and say it. I was wrong.
You're wrong.
I called it wrong a month or so ago. I did not think A-Rod would propose to J-Lo.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to happen. And yet, there they were. A Bahamas getaway.
Yeah.
He popped the question. He flashed the ring. She said, okay.
So he didn't run this by you first?
He did not. I just knowing his history, man, it's surprising. But one of my stringer reporters for People magazine,
an inside source,
called moi. Well, I was having a spa day because I am insanely wealthy.
Oh, that's right. We're going back to that now, aren't we?
I have some quotes from Lopez here, and this is pretty hard-hitting stuff when asked about the engagement and everything else. She says, and I quote, "We're really happy."
Oh, wow.
I know.
That's good.
But then she went on to say, everything that we do together.
Nice.
He knows my dreams, and I know his dreams. And together, we feel like we're stronger.
Hey.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
No.
Does that sound like us, Heidi?
I'll give this 1.5 years, by the way.
Wait, John and Heidi or the...
No. You guys are good. You guys are good. You're just different planets. You keep colliding. It just works.
Hey, she's my friend on Facebook again, so I'm counting that as a win.
That's really
right.
that's like a second honeymoon right
Really?
there.
It is.
It's amazing. So
The sad thing is, the part that I like the best about being friends with my wife on Facebook is not so much that I can keep up with what she's doing on there, because most of the time I don't want to know.
no.
But now I can tag her in the dumb things that I do on Facebook.
And isn't that what love's truly
is.
all about?
So really, Heidi, it's all about me being able to tag you in the dumb things that I'm doing.
Hey,
So-
best wishes to A-Rod and J-Lo.
There we go.
Someday I hope they can achieve my particular tax bracket. Until then, whatever.
Till then,
right.
good luck to you.
Good luck
Well,
to you.
this has been Entertainment News of the Day on Sunny 93.3. Dan, thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Again, Dan's joining us here for the bonus hour. Coming up here in just a moment, we have Joseph Marcel. If you ever watched The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know, right, who this is? He was Jeffrey Butler, and that was the butler's last name was Butler. Jeffrey Butler. We have him on the way on the John and Heidi Show.